Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video I'm going to be making a start on my new jungle staircase. Now the patio I'm sat on is an area that's used quite a lot through the summer and for me through the winter. But the problem is where the jungle's up behind me, there's only one way in and one way out, so when people come to visit it can get quite condensed and there's a lot of pushing and shoving. So the idea is to add a secondary boardwalk with a staircase coming up from this area here just to make it flow a little bit better. So I'm going to show you now what we're going to do. Okay, so we start with the lower part of the garden. Now this is primarily used for seating, barbecues. When friends come around we all congregate in this area. Now this is the wall that we propose to put the staircase. So this is a grapevine, it's been in the ground about 4 years. It's fully taken over its pergola, as you can see there, and in the summer when it's in full leaf there's absolutely thousands of grapes on it. And this is it from a different angle. So we propose to put it up into that jungle area there, but as you can see pergola overhangs quite a bit, so the first thing we need to do is probably remove the overhangs from the pergola to give yourself more room to be able to get up and into that jungle area. Now if you look carefully you can see there's already boardwalks and rope handrails up there already, so the intention is to join onto that piece there. So it's probably going to mean moving that formium. The bamboo will stay, but it gives a chance to hide that last piece of root barrier as well. That's the top of the wall that we're going to come off, which you'll see in a second. The first thing is to remove the grapevine from last year where it's protruding and growing over the overhang of its pergola. Which was a bit of a mission in itself because it's all intertwined with itself. It's gone right the way across into next door as well, so it probably did him a favour. But it's gone up into the laurel as well, which is at the far side of the garden. I don't think you can see it, it's out of shot here. Once this grapevine is back in active growth in the spring, I will actually train it up over the handrails and bits and bobs of the new staircase. Once that little mission was dealt with, it was then a case of tackling the 2 foot overhangs. Now the reason I built it with such long overhangs is this is the south facing seating area, so it enabled a lot more shade. Now once that grapevine is in full leaf in the spring, it creates a huge amount of shade and it's so much cooler in this little corner. It also provides quite a bit of screening from the neighbour next door as well, so we left the last 2 on, so when the grapevine does start coming back into leaf, that will be there to cover me and him. My daughter stood watching me. You know what it's like when you dads get the power tools out, and yeah, the kids love it. So this is the view from the other side of the garden. Now this is us walking up the jungle garden. Now this is the only entrance and exit in and out, so you can see what I mean by it being a bit congested. Now if we walk around this first boardwalk over the bridge. Now to the right hand side, this is where we propose to put the joining boardwalk. You can see there where that formium is, that's where I intend to put the new boardwalk. Hello! So that's my daughter collecting all my offcuts. So you can see where I've cut the ends of the overlaps off. And that probably that angle there is where we'll put the new boardwalk. Now, luckily for me, my brother Ollie, who you've probably seen in other podcasts and videos that we've done, has a timber yard and a barn for storage. So he's got thousands of different offcuts and pieces of wood that are absolutely perfect for this project. So I was more than happy to raid his establishment and grab what I needed to get. He gave me a key last week and he's probably regretting it already because I've probably taken half of his bits, but there you go. But he had some lovely bits of waney edge, as you can see me going through them here. I've not often seen pallets with waney edge pieces of timber on them, so yeah, I was quite chuffed to find those, and I thought I'd use those as like finishing clads, which you'll see later on. So here is my beautiful drawing of the design of what I want the staircase to look like. Now I'm hoping that'll give you some sort of idea as to what I've been talking about. You can see the stairs going up. That will be sat against the wall. Here's me cutting the timber that I collected from my brothers. So we thought with the idea being that we'll make a frame that comes off the top of the wall, and then we would pretty much secure the posts inside the frame and then probably cement the posts to the floor. So here's the frame I designed. Now you can see that one side is slightly longer than the other. Now that's to incorporate the boardwalk timbers. Obviously it's going to go off at an angle, so I needed one side longer than the other. But that's the finished article. So that frame will then sit on top of that wall there, and hopefully we'll be able to put the posts through. Now what I decided to do is slide them through on the inside and then pin them with screws. Mainly just to get an idea of what it's going to look like, and if it's going to be strong enough, and just get a better picture for the design basically. As you guys can appreciate, doing things on your own like this is an absolute mission, but there's no one to help me other than my small daughter, who couldn't even reach the top of the wall. So yeah, it was a job for myself, unfortunately, but we got there. Now this is it with the two posts pinned. Now you can start to see what it's going to look like. You get an idea of the height of the posts up from the top section as well. Now here we are back up the top. Now this is the boardwalk approach. So you can see as you walk down to here, you're going to get an idea of the takeoff, as it were, or the landing. Well, I don't know what you'd call that. But yeah, you can see the posts to the right height. They're the same height as the other ones that are already in the jungle. So when we put the handrails in as well, when we join it all together, I know it's going to look good. So yeah, I was really happy with how we were at this point. So this is the Waney Edge timber clad that I was saying to you about, that I found in my brother's barn. Now I don't know if he had it put aside for a job or busy had, but I saw it and I thought I'm having that for mine. There's some really nice bits. I'm really surprised that people just get rid of this stuff. It looks absolutely beautiful. I do like to use reclaimed stuff, as does my brother, in our gardens when we can. One, it saves money, and two, I just think older stuff looks better than new stuff. I also got a bit of a result because the thickness of the Waney Edge was the same thickness as the timber I used for the joists and the strengtheners, so it was just literally just a case of screwing the front on. So I cut to size and screw it on, and you can see it completely changes the look of it and just gives it that edge, you know. As you can see, it just completely changes the look of it. It just looks great. It's a really good idea, so thank you, Ollie. I don't know if you needed it, but it's now mine. These lower strengtheners will also be clad as well. I'm going to have to cut some more to size and maybe shoot over to Ollie's and steal a few more bits of wood. But yeah, I was really happy with the way it looked. It's going the way I wanted it to go, and it's looking like the picture, which is always a good thing when you do a design. So yeah, I'm super happy with it. You can see from the other angle here. Now this is the face that I intend to put the staircase up, but my next job will be to join some timbers to this, or from this to the existing boardwalk. You can see the existing boardwalk up in the jungle there. And yeah, I hope you can join us for the next one. Thanks again for joining us for a video, guys. I hope you can take something from it, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.